What's up, Lil? Yeah, out living that talking head. Coming to you live with Tiger VRified Games. How we doing, Digo?
Hey Ed, how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's alright. So, what's going on here? This ain't no VR. We all up in your living room.
Yep, we sure are.
You've got two ways to play. First, experimental real-time scanning. Great for more complex layouts and larger spaces. It's still experimental, but lets you scan your play area in real time or pre-scan outside of Meta's setup. Perfect for relic mode and chase mode, or choose Meta setup. Works on all headsets and uses your Meta menu scene setup, unlocking story mode, curses, scenarios, and interactive challenges. Note, some game modes are designed for large play areas.
Ed, today we're taking a look at, in my opinion, one of the best use cases to date for mixed reality gaming on the MetaQuest platform.
Are you?
Yeah, today we're taking a look at Hauntify mixed reality. Now, this is actually a game we've had in our library for quite some time, and it's one we've played, I would say, to death. But very recently, it overwent this huge change, this big overhaul in the core system, if you will. It's undergone a huge change under the hood, which affects the game as we know it, and it's a change for the better. But there are essentially two modes to this now. There's the classic mode that we're all used to, and there's the newer mode, which is MetaQuest 3 and 3S exclusive, which uses real-time scanning, and that is very, very exciting for the following reason. Up until now, this game has relied upon the user to map out the area that they're playing in. Like, you can literally play this anywhere, but you need to map out the interior for the game to work. Now, that has been simplified greatly.
If the doors are mapped, but not cut out to link rooms together, restarting.
Through a number of updates where you can use the MetaQuest 3's own system, its own room mapping system within the game, and that has simplified things a lot. So it's a lot more plug and play than it was. But this newer system makes it really plug and play. Like, it can real-time scan as you're playing, and that is very exciting. But we're not going to look at that today. This is going to be a two-parter. We will come back to that later on, because I like the idea of literally playing this anywhere. So I'm going to test it out in a few locations near where I live. But for today, we're going to look at the quote-unquote classic way, the original way to play the game. And that is using Meta's own room scanning system. So I've already scanned my house, so I can walk into any room and it recognizes the layout, where the furniture is, the walls, doors, windows, everything is mapped, it's ready. That is translated over to Hauntify, and the game just works accordingly with my house. So what is this all about? Well, okay. You can look at this menu and see a plethora of game modes, a plethora of ways to play, and it's huge and expansive, but the core gameplay in every mode remains the same. Basically, these entities or ghosts, whatever you want to call them, will spawn randomly within the confines of the area that's mapped out. So it all makes sense within the layout of your house or wherever it is you're playing. Okay? And the idea is, don't let them touch you, okay? Once they touch you, it's game over. So you got to avoid them. That is the core mechanic in every game mode, okay? And the differences are few and far between. So for instance, in survival mode, you literally just evade them for as long as you can. Don't let them touch you, that's it. You have no means of defense, you just have to outrun them, get around them, avoid them. In cursed mode, it's the same as survival mode, but now you have this defensive item, this crucifix that you hold in your left hand. Yeah, and the idea is you can use this crucifix to freeze an entity in place. So say it's running at you, you point the crucifix at it and you press the button and it freezes, and then you can run past it and you can evade it. So it simplifies it a little bit, gives you this defensive mechanism, and it adds to the gameplay, and it's a whole lot of fun. And then you've got relic mode. Now, relic mode is the same as the previous two modes, whereas you have the crucifix and you must evade the ghosts and you can freeze them in place, all of that present and correct. But now to win the game, there are these cursed items, okay? And you can destroy them with your crucifix. And you destroy these cursed items, you win the game, all while avoiding the entity. There you have it. Those three modes basically make up the core gameplay of Hauntify in its entirety. But that's not its strength. The strength of Hauntify is the fact that you can literally play it anywhere. Up until very recently, you could only play it in an interior. But now, thanks to real-time mapping, you can literally play this bad boy like anywhere, like in a hotel, the park, your school, anywhere becomes this haunted playground for you, okay? That's its true strength. Now, with the new update in classic mode, the mode we're playing today, comes story mode, and that was really exciting to me. Because up until now, the gameplay, as fun as it is, can get repetitive, so it needed something to elevate it. And now you've got story mode. Now, so far there are 5 story modes, I believe, 4 of which are active. Each one is different, okay? Yes, the core mechanic is there, that you must evade the ghost, and it uses your environment.
Morna's doll brings death and grief. Bound to the spirit of a girl lost in a mysterious fire. Her mother swore she heard footsteps, soft and slow, as the doll crept closer each night. Now, Morna haunts the sorrowful, her rage drawn to anyone who dares rebuild. Stacking toy blocks weakens her hold, but enrages her spirit. The more you build, the closer she comes. Even when you can't see her, trust your ears. She will make it hard to find blocks. You must build the target tower under a strict time limit. A countdown timer appears in the center of your view. As soon as it starts, grab blocks from the floor and place them on the table. Each block will change color on the table to show it's ready for use, and you must recreate the exact structure displayed there. Blocks left on the table when the timer reaches 0 are safe. Any still on the floor will be deleted when you hear the bell. If you pick up a block too slowly, it resets to its original spot. When time expires, all floor blocks vanish, and a fresh set spawns, so you can continue building. Beware of ghosts lurking in the corners. They can appear at any moment and disrupt your progress. The longer you take, the angrier the doll becomes, and each second spent building makes her more aggressive. Stay quick, stay focused, and complete the tower before the timer runs out.
That's there, present and correct. But now you've got story elements, which adds pathos to the creatures. Each story mode has a different objective as well, so it kind of takes on kind of like an escape room kind of idea where there's a central puzzle that you have to solve in order to progress. Like, for instance, in this game mode, we're going to be playing the Doll Maker. It's the first story mode. You have to assemble this toy house out of bricks or what have you, like a children's toy. And you have a set time limit in which to do it, or the whole thing resets. Now, find the pieces, put them on the table, assemble the puzzle, win the game, all while avoiding the entity. That's it. Super cool. Love how it uses your own environment and the mapping. Love that there's this extra puzzle element and it's time sensitive. And you know, you got that added scare factor of, oh my god, there's an entity trying to get you. And yeah, this really works. One thing I forgot to mention is there's a flashlight mechanic as well. You can completely control how dark or light your environment is, but I love playing this on super dark. It just really adds to the tension. If you play this in late evening or whatever, it's so cool. But yeah, you can crank it right down to where it's not dim at all, and you can still play and have a great time. But yeah, that is Hauntify. And in terms of mixed reality games that are out there, and it's few and far between. Man, this is up there. This is up there in terms of a use case. Can you imagine playing this with local multiplayer, like people on multiple headsets playing in the same area, the same scenario, like a big arena, escape room style game where, you know, you have to evade the ghosts and stuff? God damn. Such a great idea. And just to show, we'll briefly do another one of the story mode games, which again just shows that each story mode is different.
During the closure of the Ravenswood Asylum, a group of the most twisted and terrible inmates were still locked away in Ravenswood Asylum's sealed cell. When it closed, a starved madman used the bones of dying inmates and crumbling plaster to forge the relic of mourning. The asylum was demolished, and the relic was found in the rubble. It has now resurfaced as an artifact of pure terror. It pulses with malignant energy, spawning wraiths that claw at your sanity. Only the ectoplasm collector can siphon them. But once the last wisp fades, the curse snaps shut. Place the relics more than 4 meters apart from the other relics and the collector in front of you. The farther the relics are, the easier it is to extract the energy from them.
Okay, you've got the central machine in the center of your room, and you got to place these two MacGuffins, if you will, like an area of the room, but they have to be
The relics are too close to each other. Move them farther apart.
a certain distance away from each other for it to work. And the idea is you got to charge up your doohickey here, and you got to go to the relics that you've placed around the room.
You are ready to start. All relics have been placed in an adequate position relative to each other and the collector.
Charge up your doohickey, go back to that place in the middle, fill it up, and avoid the ghosts. And as you can see, this one is super scary. He's got this jester creature, and he is freaky as all hell. Yeah. Another cool thing is it uses things in your environment, like in a really clever way. For instance, your television. Once your room is scanned and it recognizes where the television is, it actually uses that as a prop within the game. It's so cool. It's like if you remember The Ring, where, you know, the ghost girl climbs out of the TV and comes chasing you. Yeah. That happens here. It's really cool. You've got a really nice variety of ghosts. They have their own animations. They have their own unique quote-unquote personalities, if you will. Like there's this little possessed doll / girl thing that, you know, you hear her footsteps before you see her, and she's really freaky. There's this ghost girl, like with her, what looks like her eyes gouged out, and, you know, she'll crawl across the ceiling, the wall, you have it. There's other creatures that come out from under the bed and stuff. It's like, using the room scan system, it knows where your bed is, where your couch is, and this creature comes out from under it. Really novel use cases. Really cool ways to use the environment against you. It's really freaking sweet. And I can't wait to try this in part 2 when we go to some locations. Like, I'd love to find some, like a derelict building, you know, a place that I'm unfamiliar with, but it's old and kind of run down and scary. Playing that in there, oh yeah, that's got to be something, man. So I have a few ideas, like maybe an old monastery nearby where I live, could be cool. Cemetery, maybe a hotel. I don't know. I'm going to think of a few ideas, but I'm really interested in that real-time scanning to see exactly what we can do here. There's different modes with that than the modes we've covered today. So we'll go over that in a separate video, but as you can see, guys, you got a lot of bang for your buck here. There's a lot of things you can do with this. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested, go check it out on the Meta Store. I'll leave a link in the description there. It's also compatible with Pico devices. There's even a version on Apple Vision Pro, which looks really, really cool because the ghosts are translucent on that thing, so it actually adds to the atmosphere. They're not transparent on the Quest version. I don't know, that's probably a technical limitation, but it's worth noting anyway. Any Apple Vision Pro users out there who are interested, you can play this game on that system also and take advantage of what that has to offer. But in terms of standalone, yeah, it's compatible with Pico devices. It's also compatible with Quest 3 and 3S. And if you want to use the new real-time mode, it's only compatible with the Meta Quest 3 and 3S. So yeah, there you go. That is Hauntify. That is part 1. This is using the pre-scanned room system that was in place up until now. And we've gone through the various modes, including story mode and the classic modes there. Incidentally, the bigger area you have, the better this is going to play. So bear in mind, where you're going to play this thing will affect how it plays. Like, I would say my house is kind of like medium size. I mean, it's good enough that I can have fun in it. But playing this bad boy in like a multi-story mansion, yeah, you can have a lot more fun there. So there you have it, guys. This is the classic mode version of Hauntify with the newest update, available now on the Meta Store, on the Pico Store, and with a separate but also awesome version on Apple Vision OS, incidentally. Alright. So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions. And Yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.
Y'all, listen up. Exclusive deal time. If y'all in the market for a Meta headset, accessory, or game from the store, check out our affiliate links in the description for some money off on those bad boys. Not only will you get a sweet little discount on any of the sales, but we also get a little something, you know what I mean? It'd be much appreciated. Help the channel out. Thanks, y'all. Yeah.
VRified Games.